Hello, hello, this is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and Guardians of the Galaxy fans unite. This is a special review of a now retired set of one of the Guardians of the Galaxy ships. This is the ship that was featured in the Infinity War saga, or Infinity Saga. And this ship was, I believe, featured in both of the films, Endgame and Infinity War. And so let's have a great look at this Lego set, because Lego is now going to be releasing very shortly a new Guardians of the Galaxy build of the original ship, the Milano ship. So let's have a look at the preview, because they did such a great job with this ship, of what we can expect with the new upcoming ship. So let's start with the box art here. We can see that this ship set number is 76193. It has 1901 pieces, and it features 6 minifigures. You can see there's Rocket, Star-Lord, a teenage version of Groot. We got Mantis, Thor, and for some reason a Chitauri warrior. I honestly don't know why there's a Chitauri warrior in there, because I do not recall them fighting the Chitauri during with the Guardians of the Galaxy ship. But anyways, so there is the ship that we're going to be reviewing. Let's have a look at the details in the back of this box and see if there's anything that we need to know about. We can see that the back part kind of swivels in and out, that's what it looks like from behind. It's got a nice stand, which we'll look at. There's a couple of areas in the ship. The cockpit does open up. And let's see, anything else we need to know? Not really much else. That's pretty much it. So let's have a look at this. So let's start with the minifigures here. So on the ship, I guess one of the few complaints I have of this ship, and I love the ship, it's a really good build. There's Groot. And obviously, let's have a look at Groot. Oh, I put these on too well here. Okay, here's Groot. He's got very nice printing, very intricate printing on his front and head and feet. Back is nice intricate printing in the back area. So very nice. So that's Groot there. We'll put him down here for now. We have Mantis here. And let's see, Mantis there. We can see on her, she got simple printing, a little bit of green highlights there. I like the antennas. I don't know if this is exclusive to the set. It might be. It might be. I'm just taking a look. I'm taking her head off, or at least trying to take her head out to see if she has 2 heads. I doubt it because of the head thing. So most likely Mantis doesn't have another face there because of her little antennas. So I'm not going to try to take it off, because I'm trying to move that off. Her head kind of moves a little bit. There's Rocket. So Rocket's got some nice printing on the front. Head shape is, I believe, the same as previous Rockets. He's got this monster gun that he uses in Infinity War. And there's the tail. And good printing on the back there, so not too bad at all. They've added Thor, so if you recall, the Guardians were able to rescue Thor from space, and he revives on their ship, and then he goes off on an adventure with Rocket and Groot to get this weapon here and get that created, the Stormbreaker, which he uses pretty much towards the end of Infinity War and as well as an Endgame. He does have 2 faces. One is, let's see if I can get that right. There we go. Just beard and face. And then on the back, or the front, obviously that's going full Thunder mode with the special eyes there. So I like him in Thunder mode, so I'm going to put the headpiece back on, but you can go either which way. And obviously this is pre-Fat Thor, I guess. Alright, so there's that. And then we have Star-Lord over here. Here's Star-Lord. Seems simple printing on the front. He doesn't have a very intricate uniform. You can see he's got his own phasers there. Printing in the back. Pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated. Pretty sure he does have a second face on there. Let's have a look. He's got his mean face on there. So we'll put that back on. And as we know, during the movies, Star-Lord goes off with Mantis and a few others, Nebula. Gamora was there for a bit. Obviously, we know what happened to her. And then Drax as well. So it's too bad this set, a little bit, I would have loved to see the entire Guardians in this set. Like, it would have been nice to have the original 5, of course, with Drax and Gamora added to this set, because they were definitely on this ship, obviously, especially at the beginning of the movie. So there they are. So yeah, if you want to have them, unfortunately with this set, if you want to play with them with the ship, you're going to have to pull it out from a different set. And then obviously Nebula. Nebula's, I don't think she has shown up with too many sets there. So, I mean, it's harder to get her, I think. I haven't seen her come up with any of the ships previously from the builds I've seen. But yeah, hopefully, hopefully they add Nebula to one of the upcoming sets for Guardians. So there is the ship itself. So very simple design. Well, it looks like the actual ship in the movie. These wings do move up and down, so I guess if you want to simulate them in different modes of that. So this again moves up and down. These wings do not really pivot here. This cockpit does open, so we can kind of see, that's where they will sit. I think there's probably 2 seats here. It's really tight in that area, obviously. And there's a nice plating there for the front of the ship. And you can see on the box cover, that's exactly what they did. They have Rocket and Star-Lord or Peter Quill sitting in the front. And then these parts here do come off. So let's take this part off here. And so you can see inside the ship. And we're going to take that part off there. And you can see inside there's some seating areas there. You can see where they can kind of snack. You can see there's like a donut right there. And some coffee mugs there. I think there's a gauge of some sort. I don't remember what the gauge is for. But there's a gauge. I don't know if that's for coffee. That might be a coffee pot there. I'm not sure. And inside, over there, you can see there's this. You can have a character stand there, and I guess that's towards the back of the ship. I don't believe this thing opens. I don't believe it does. Yeah, I can't get this to budge. So we know that there is, at least in the movie, there was a second ship. That's the ship that Rocket and Thor and Groot went off. But unfortunately, that's not included in this set. It's just the main ship on this set. So perhaps in the future they will include more of that. But let's have a look. We're going to put these pieces back on. I'm going to move this a little bit further back so we can spin this around and kind of see the entire ship there. Just going to put this back over, and that just sits right back down. Okay, so usually I have the characters inside there, but I took them out because they're not the easiest to get in and out. So this is the side of the ship there. You can see the base. So I don't know. This is not. I don't believe they're calling this a collector series set or whatnot. I mean, it's quite impressive. You can play with it. It does come off the stand, I think. But it's there's no actual faceplate that says what about the ship. This is called the Benatar, named after Pat Benatar. Actually, this ship does not come off, does it? I'll have to use 2 hands to see if I can get this off. We're going to spin this around and we'll figure that out. You can see the back of it. There's the back cockpit there. Again, it doesn't open, but these flaps can flop in and out. So if you want to make it more like a bird formation, you can. It kind of looks like an eagle or hawk that way. All right. So interesting enough, this one's called the Benatar, and the new Lego build that's coming out is based on the original ship they used in Guardians 1 and 2, the Milano, and that is named after Alyssa Milano, who is, I guess, a crush of Star-Lord's. So let's see. I do not know. I haven't played with this, to be honest, for a while, so I'm not sure. I would imagine this does detach, but it doesn't seem to detach very easily. I can say that this does swivel on the stand, the display stand that it has, so you can swivel it that way and around. So there's a swivel right there, so you can swivel the actual ship around that area. But yeah, I don't see, it's not very easy to detach. I'm sure you can, but I'm not going to do it since it's not easy to come off. But yeah, you can see that this thing does swivel around that part. So at least there's you can do a little bit with that. I do love the minifigures. I think it would be nice if that detaches easier. I'm sure it does, but I don't want to force it off. But obviously some playability. You can put the characters in there. As I said, the only issue I ever had with this set is the minifigures. I wish they had the whole Guardians set in there. I really don't know what the Chitauri is doing there. Like, I don't recall any real scene that this ship was in battle with them. But maybe my memory is mistaken. But it's just an odd thing to include this character and not Drax or Gamora or both, when they would have made much more sense to add to this set. So yeah, that would be my only complaint. I mean, I think they should have added those three: Drax, Gamora, Nebula. That made this set more epic, I believe. The ship itself looks pretty solid. It's just, yeah, the minifigures would have just made this set even better. So yeah, that is the Guardian ship, known as the Benatar, or Benatar, I should say. And let's have a look at one of the other sets. So one of the reasons I wanted to review this set is also to kind of preview what the Milano might look like. So I do have the original Milano, and you can see size-wise, the original one and this ship are not that much difference in size. I mean, obviously this one's much bigger than this one. Just checking the wingspan. So it'll be nice when we see what Lego comes out with this version, with the new version, and as far as size and proportion. Fortunately, this set does come with a Drax and a Gamora, and I have seen that these minifigures actually go for quite a bit. We have a Ronan here, and that's also going for quite a bit there, and you can see he's holding the orb there. And I got to spend a lot of time reviewing this set because we have a brand new one of this version coming out. But this is Star-Lord as he was in the first movie, in full get-up and mask, and there is some kind of warrior, Kree warrior or Sakaaran warrior, or some kind of warrior there. I don't have the box, so I can't remember what these ones are called. But yeah, so looking forward to seeing side by side the new version they have for Milano and the Benatar, to kind of compare them together. And eventually, I guess they're going to make a kind of a more collector version of the newest ship, but from Guardians 3. And then we can have them all three together. But for now, we started off great with this one. It's now retired, but I'm sure you can still buy it from secondhand from eBay sellers or a collector store that has some surplus, or toy show or Lego show that or convention that you might be able to go to. But overall, I am very happy with this set. The minifigures is the only thing I would complain about. but the build itself is pretty spectacular, and I cannot wait for the new one that's coming out. And obviously when that comes out, we will eventually get that and review it, and we can compare them side by side. So hopefully you enjoyed a little bit brief trip back into our memory lane, where we had this set come out a couple years ago. I built this during COVID, I believe, and so I guess they had to retire it so they can bring out the new ship, and I'm looking forward to that. So we'll be seeing you guys again very shortly for our next review. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. Please leave a comment on what minifigures you want to see in future sets for the Guardian ship. Obviously the new one's coming out or is already preset, and thank goodness it does have the original 5 in there. So that's going to be really cool to look at, and it also includes a baby Groot, so that's going to be pretty cool. And so yeah, please leave a comment there, and also leave a like and hit that like button and subscribe, so you don't miss any new upcoming videos that we're going to be releasing on really cool collectibles like this one. Again, this is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. I thank you myself for watching this video. Take care, guys.